Hello friends, welcome to Thursday's video. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to have this done in time for Tuesday, so we'll be on the safe side and we will say Thursday's video. So, I previously mentioned that I received these globe or sphere molds in the mail from a subscriber, and ever since I saw them, I had an idea, and I'm sure some of you probably already see where I'm going with this. I want to see if I can stick this one, the smaller one, into the larger one and make a snow globe. Hopefully it works. I'm really in a let's just try it kind of phase lately, aren't I? So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick with clear resin, and then I'm going to use, I've got some clear acrylic paper that I'm going to hopefully use that with UV resin to seal up the bottom after filling it. We'll see if it works. Fingers crossed. If it does, that would be really cool. So yeah, that's it. That's today's video. So let's give it a try, yeah? Yeah, fingers crossed. Alright friends, this is cured. First of all, before I hear the comments, yes, I'm well aware that there are bubbles in this. I don't know what y'all want me to do. There's no way to prevent bubbles in this, honestly, unless you have a torture chamber, you know, a vacuum chamber, pressure pot, whatever you want to call it. So, just getting that extra little bit off of there. Looking at it from the outside, I'm not really seeing any places where I may have missed. But we shall see. This might be a little bit hard to do, but obviously the first thing that I want to do is take out this middle mold. Which I'm not sure how easy that's going to be. Grab my stick. And that way I can loosen it up at least. Okay. Dude, if this works, I'm gonna be so excited. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, okay. Well, the nice ring came out, which makes me sad because I was hoping that the end of it was nice. Okay. Let's see if we can't do this. I will say this top part feels rather thin, but I was already planning on having to, sorry, I'm going to push this against myself to kind of start the roll. I was already planning to have to sand the edges down, you know, obviously. So, get in the zone. Auto zone. Okay, we can do this. Ah! Maybe we can't. Okay. We can do it. Yes, we can. Okay, I've got it somewhat. Okay. Yep. 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 Okay. Good. No, please don't roll back down. Okay. Woo! All right. So there is a seam in it, but, you know, from the mold, but it's not like a protruding seam like the other ones had. Okay. Now, trying to see, let me get out my scissors. And hopefully, now look, I thought this through a little bit, but not a whole lot. I had hoped that obviously, you know, if this ring had stayed where it was, this would have been the perfect place to, you know, add the clear base to it. Oh, I got some big bubbles right there. Okay, so I'm going to have to trim at least that much off. The other thing I can do as well, if there are more bubbles like that, is I can fill those in. Yeah, because there's one right here. and a couple right here. I can also fill those in with UV resin as well. I know some of you are probably cringing at me. Get smaller scissors. I would, but I only have my nice scissors next to me. I don't want to damage those things. They're Tim Holtz. Okay. So, I'm going to get my sandpaper, and I'm going to sand this edge. I want to try and get it, you know, at least the same circumference. But also, I'm hoping to take a little bit of this area off as well, so that way it'll sit nicely like a snow globe does. Okay, so let me do that. I'm going to do that off camera. There's a marking on here. What is that? Or is that extra resin that got trapped in? I don't know. Maybe it's an extra piece of resin. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about, if you can see it. I guess you can kind of see it, that line right there. I don't know. It doesn't feel like a scratch like it's on the outside. I wonder if there's something on the mold. No, the mold looks fine. I don't know. Maybe it's just an extra bit of resin that it fell in there or something. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sand this down, and then we will get started with attempting to put this together. Okay, so stick with me. This is why it had to be a Friday video instead of Thursday, because this takes a lot of steps, and also I wanted to give it extra time to cure as well, so that way this was nice and solid, you know, so that way it wouldn't warp when I was trying to finish it off. Okay, I'll stop talking now. Be right back. Okay, so I did remove quite a bit more, mostly with my X-Acto knife, just went around the edges. I do have, sorry you can't see that, I do have one divot there, and then a couple of small holes right here. Those I'm planning to fill in, both the holes and the divots. I'm planning to fill in with my UV resin. Sorry if you can hear Jet in the back. For the, to enclose it, I've got this clear, I don't know what, acetate? Is that what it's called? Clear acetate? It's very thin. So, yes, Jet. The plan is to put one of those onto the base with a punched, I'm going to punch a hole in it with this. Then I can add my water. I'm going to add a little bit of baby oil. Obviously, I'm going to put my glitter in first, which, oh, it's right in front of me. This is Color Pour Art Embellishments, Mica Flakes. I honestly couldn't tell you where I got it from. Maybe from Michael's or Joann's, something like that, probably years ago, just like everything else in my stash. Yeah, 2018. So, this is what I'm going to use. Beautiful. And then I've got these little, they're called fairy garden figurines, but these are from the Dollar Tree. I've got a ton of these, so I'm going to use probably this little reindeer laying down and probably like the light. So let's hope this works. We'll go ahead and start with this. I don't really know how much to put in. Like, I don't want to put in too much, you know. I guess that looks good. maybe I'll get, I think I'll get some other glitter. Let's see. Let me pull out my Larissy stash. I might use this one as well. This was the gift, FC322. It's beautiful white with purple, purplish pink. Yeah, so I'll add that to it as well. So that way we've got some different sizes going into this. Sorry for the crinkles. Okay. And, oh, also for the base of this, once I put all of that on, I've got this little tiny crate. This is from the Dollar Tree. But it fits, obviously it's going to be the other way, but it fits really nicely on here. So I think I'm going to paint this, or stain it, actually. I'm going to stain it like a dark brown. So we'll do that first, actually, while I'm thinking about it. We'll do that first so that way it can dry while we're finishing this off. So I'm going to do that off camera. You know how paint and stains work. So let me do that. Just a second. Sorry I keep stopping and starting, but this is the creative process. You guys are seeing it in real time. Okay? All right, hold on. Okay. So that is done. It's not the best. I didn't do the inside, obviously, yet. I'm trying to do this quick, y'all. But because I got the stain on my fingers, I wanted to wear gloves just to make sure that it doesn't transfer to this. Okay, so the next thing I have to do is cut out this transparency or acrylic or whatever you want to call it. Actually, hold that thought for 2 seconds. Let me set this back down. I think I want to trace this circle out, which means that I gotta dump this out. But I'm putting it onto this piece of paper so that I can put it back in. Okay. Just kind of gently fold that up so it doesn't fall all over the desk. Okay. Now, we're getting there, folks. I really need to clean my desk off. You guys can't see it, but woo doggy. Okay. Okay. You guys can't see that. Not that you really need to see what tracing something looks like. But hey, do it for the content. Do it for the content. Okay. Okay, that's a little bit better. That's much better. No, I don't want to use that. Do I have a pencil in here? Yes, I do. I thought I did. Hopefully it's doing something. Did that do anything? A little bit. I can kind of see it. Okay. Alright. Well, let's give it a try, shall we? I'm going to cut. There we go. If I hold it up to the light, which means you guys can't see anything. If I hold it up to the light, then I can see it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I like it to be as close as it can be, you know? Okay. Wow. That's pretty good. Pretty darn close. But, no. Okay. So let's do this instead. I'm sorry. And I'm not editing this out. You guys get to see the full process. I'm just going to do a square and then we will trim it once it's attached. I think that's a much smarter idea. What do you think? Okay. Yep. Okay. Real quick though, I do want to, number one, I want to put this in something so that it doesn't bob around as much. Okay. I do want to build up this part right here where there's that little dip in it. I want to build that up a little bit before I go attaching this thing. So, let's do that. And if you don't hear my voice and it starts going real fast, it's because I'm actually Sonic the Hedgehog. So now, I want to punch a hole in here. Good. And then the other thing I want to do before I add my glitters back in is I want to attach my figurines. Okay. No, let's go in from the other side actually. Okay. Got the cute little, the baby deer. Isn't it so cute? Okay. Yeah. And to attach these, I'm going to use, you guessed it, UV resin. Now here's my other concern. Okay, nope, it doesn't touch. Alright. So let's do the baby deer there. And this thing right behind it. Okay? And then the way that I'm going to attach those is by scratching the surface of the pieces and also myself. This gives the resin something to grip onto. And then also I'm going to scratch a little bit. I'm going to scratch that at the bottom. Okay, so let me figure out where I wanted them again. Like that and like that. Maybe we'll move these up a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Good. Sorry for the noise, if you guys can hear that. Okay. I'm gonna have to do these one at a time, obviously, because I gotta get the light underneath it. So, let's do the light first. No, too much. Okay. Sorry. Just cleaning up the extra that got squirted onto there. Okay. I'm trying not to blind you guys. It's not working. Okay, that's on there enough for right now. Let's add our little baby deer. Again, I've got, you can see what I'm talking about. There's like little strings. I don't want the little strings. I want what I want. And little strings is not it. Okay. Not that it really terribly matters, because once this is in, I'm going to do this over here so you guys aren't blinded. Once this is in the, there you go. We'll just set it on top of the light. Once this is in there and the snow is in there, you won't really, hopefully, you won't really be able to see any imperfections in this acetate. So we'll let this cure for a little while, just about a minute or so, and then we can move on. Man, that works quick. Okay. They feel solid. So that's what they're, oh, this way. That's what they're going to look like. Ah, so cute. Oh my gosh, I can't. Okay. Now, let's re-add our glitter and snow in. Okay. Oh, there's a part of me that feels like that's not enough. Maybe I should add just a little bit more of the big flakes. Okay. All right. Moment of truth, hopefully. Actually, what I think I'm going to do with this is I think I'm going to add it with a toothpick. That way I can control how much goes on there and it doesn't all like drip in like a little bit of this has. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm just going to pour a little bit right here on my mat. Let me get my lid so I don't accidentally cure the hole in the bottle. I'm just going to roll it onto my toothpick. And, you know, we can build this up, obviously. Because there is going to be some cracks in there once this film is on. And then we'll just use more UV resin. Here's one of those little holes in it. Just going to plop some UV resin right in that. Good. And there's another one right there. Sorry, I know this probably isn't nearly as entertaining as, you know, my typical resin videos are. But, you know, if this is something that you're actually interested in trying, if it doesn't work, you know how not to do it. And if it does work, you know what works. And what to try to hopefully make it work. Okay. So, got the resin all the way around. I'm just seeing some drips on there that I can see from this side. I might also end up putting something around this bottom part, you know, to kind of cover up these little imperfections, like maybe some ribbon or something. Okay. Alright, let's leave it there. What did I do with my... Oh, there they are. Okay. Plop this on there. I'm going to use this paper towel to kind of cover this little puddle so we don't cure that up. And we're going to give this a cure. And then the next part, after I do all of this, after I fill it up, you know, make sure that it's not going to leak on me. You know, obviously I'm planning to plug this hole with something. So I'm going to add a second layer of the acetate to the bottom, which will hopefully, number one, plug up that hole, keep the hole from filling. I'm going to add some UV resin around the hole and then the acetate and cure that. And also the double layer will hopefully keep the acetate from separating from the globe. I don't know how it would do that, but hopefully it does. Okay. So that is cured on there pretty well. Now I'm going to go in and I can see, hopefully you guys can as well, right here there's a gap. You can see that. You can also see some gaps like right here. So I'm going to fill those in as well with the UV resin. And I'm going to cure those quickly so that the UV resin doesn't leave that area. This is not going to be the most beautiful snow globe in the world. But you know, if it works, I might try it again once I get a pressure pot, you know, to see if I can't do this a little bit better. Okay. I really don't want to use my good scissors, so I won't. Give me 1 second. I'm grabbing my other pair. My other pair of some Holt scissors that are still good. Ugh. But they aren't the ones that I use for ribbon or fabric. Okay. Just making some score lines to hopefully make it a little bit easier to remove. And I'm hoping also that this, removing this excess, will allow me to see where else I need to add the UV resin before adding the water. Okay, where's a good starting point? Shots fired. And then the other thing that I want to do is go fully cure this under the big UV light, just to make sure that it's as cured as it can be. Before I add the water in. Okay, So yeah, so that showed me that right here I need more. Everywhere else seems pretty good, I think. Yeah. Okay. So let me add more right there. Like a lot more right there. And then we will proceed. I'm going to do that off camera. Y'all don't need to see all this. Alright friends, so this is the part of the video where I tell you that I am an absolute professional and I intentionally did not turn my mic back on for this part of the video, despite what the end clip Megan tells you. Okay, but no, seriously. I went around the entire base of it with a ton of resin. Right here, I've got an extra lid from Total Boat UV resin. I had ordered some many months ago, and they sent the wrong size lid with it. So, I'm going to use that as my funnel. It does a pretty good job. I'm going to put a few drops of baby oil in, which was a terrible idea. I should have put that in after the water, because now I've got a bunch of glitter that's just stuck to the top of this thing. But anyway, that being said, I'm going to fill it all the way up, and I'm going to seal it with another piece of acetate, acrylic, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so we're just gonna let that part of the video play on fast forward, and we're gonna play some pretty music with it, and we're gonna forget all about me having to do a voiceover, because I definitely did not mean to turn my mic back on at all when I was, I mean, to be honest with you, during this whole time, I wasn't really saying much anyway. You're not missing much. It's just gab, which I'm doing right now. So I'm gonna stop here. Yeah. And we're gonna let the video roll. Okay? Okay. It's bonus unmolding time. Yeah. Bonus unmolding. I made another one of these candle holders and then realized that I didn't put the little candle holder insert in. So we're going to see what it looks like if you don't use that insert, I guess. I do know that half of this is black And the other half is clear with some alcohol. So let's just see how she be looking. I mean, I suppose you could still put a candle on it. You know, it's just like a little pedestal or whatever. Okay. This isn't difficult to demold, it's just kind of awkward with the way that this mold is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to be gentle with it so that I don't rip it. Okay. Woo! I'm gonna get this back into shape so it doesn't warp. Wow. You know, I'm not mad at it. It's very, very pretty. It's got a little bit of that, if it'll stop focusing on that Petri dish style. How can I get it to focus on that part? There we go. It's a little bit of Petri dish going on there. A little bit there. I did swirl it. That's actually really stinking cool looking. Like, it looks like smoke in there. Wow. Wow, wow, wee, wah. What do you guys think? Okay, you know what? I'm happy with it. That's a very cool bonus unmolding. Yeah, again, don't use a real flame right here because it'll scorch that tip pretty good. But other than that, I think it turned out fantastic. So, I'm happy with it. There's your bonus unmolding. Now back to the 2.5 hour long video that you're currently watching. Okay, I just realized that my mic wasn't on for portions of this video, so I guess I'll have to do a voiceover for that. Anyway, it's finished. I'm refilming this for a second time, so just excuse the attitude, please. It's my own fault, I'm aware. I put a nice thick layer around the edge, cured that up, cured it again under the big light, and there she is. The only thing that I wish I had done differently was I wish I had used the standing up reindeer instead of the laying down. That's my only regret here. Other than that, I think it turned out fantastic. I think it looks really, really cool. And I'm going to finish it off camera. I've got this trim here. This is called diamond mesh or bling mesh or rhinestone mesh. It's off of AliExpress. I got it like 15 years ago or something. As you can tell, I got a lot. Originally, I was selling this stuff, and then I just stopped selling it. But anyway, so it's this beautiful blue flower, and I'm going to cut out the flower part and hot glue it to the base. That's going to be my little way of covering up all of that. And then I'm going to hot glue the whole thing to my little stained box. So yeah. So anyway, that is today's video. It was a lot. It was a lot of fun for me, but it was also, not going to lie, kind of stressful. Especially here in the end, realizing that I'm an idiot and turned off my mic and did not turn it back on when I was talking to you guys. So, yeah, I mean, whatever, shit happens, right? But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please do let me know. Hit the thumbs up button. It really helps out my channel. It helps me to grow. Also, if you are new, stick around by clicking the red subscribe button and ringing the bell for notifications. We have fun here, and we try new, different things and see if they work. Most times they don't, but that's okay because you gotta just do it and pick yourself up and move on. So, anyway, thanks again so much for watching, guys, and I hope that you have a fantastic day. Take care.